Dude, has someone ever borrowed money from you? Like, they even begged you for it? And then you also had to beg to get it back? It's almost like they want everything to be equal, because they begged and got money from you, and so you also have to beg equally to get your money back. That's if you get it back at all, because sometimes you only get to beg back for nothing. Because they'll tell you you're disturbing them, and it's embarrassing and disrespectful. Like, don't you have any respect at all asking for your own money back? Ew. And it feels weird because it now feels like they're doing you a huge favor. So much so that when you get your money back, you're like, thank you, sir. Thank you. God bless you. You're too kind. And they're like, you're welcome, my dear. It's nothing. It's nothing. Let's not even talk about those who borrow from you and then just disappear from your life forever. It's like the friendship doesn't matter to them anymore, and they're like, I think it's time to cash out. Yeah. People like that, I think whenever they're broke, they just look for one of their friends and simply just cash out. And of course, they never run out of friends to cash out from. To them, people are really the best investment. With all that being said though, there's one type of borrower that I can say is the worst of them all. Let me tell you about it. A friend of mine gave money to one guy. Let's call this guy Borrowlin. Yeah. Ben Borrowlin. So my friend had been peacefully asking Mr. Borrowlin for our money, and he would say he's so sorry, he's been this, he's been that, his grandmother's favorite yellow fish died, he had to do the burial or something. I don't know, the excuses were that silly. She had been calling for more than a month now, and Mr. Borrowlin would sound more sorry than a guy who was caught cheating for the second time. Well, she couldn't take it anymore, so she told me about it. Me, the guy who can't tell his barber to stop reducing his side beards. Oh well. So I felt maybe if I threatened him, like in the movies, he would pay. So I wrote down my lines of threat, because I never threatened anyone before, so I had to practice and be ready. And then I called him and we talked and I used all my lines. I gave it to him. I was like, I would find you, bro. You don't want to mess with this bad boy. Really cringe, but I won't lie, it actually felt good. It didn't work though, but at least it felt good. I tried everything. I even tried shaming him. I did not know he had no shame. It got to a point I stopped threatening him and started discussing with him as reasonably as I could, giving him all the advantages of him paying. A Lannister always pays his debts. At least anything. Even if it's just 5% of the money. Just pay something. Nothing is too big. Nothing is too small. Please, Borderline. She came to me for help. I don't want you to look as if I didn't do anything. Please. He still did not pay. Even though he kept on apologizing and promising to pay back every single time. We left the money for him though. We had to. The airtime we had used to call this guy was not even more than the money he owed. I did call him one last time though, but just to insult him, to curse him. I'm sure he was laughing and probably heard the tears of frustration in my voice, even though he kept on acting sorry and say he would pay back soon. It's not like I still care though. You can go to hell. Anyways, it could be.